I start and my music goes quiet. That's kind of suspicious. I've been waiting for something to go wrong tonight. Is music starting back up? Or is it just... I think it's just quiet. If you need me to turn the music up or down or anything like that, let me know. If I'm too quiet or anything like that, let me know. This is the first Doctor Who kind of one of these. I swear I am getting contacts hopefully soon. So you won't have to put up with this. There. That in that glass, is it? Oh, it's that light that's doing the part. I've been thinking it's that one. I've been nervous about this one because it's my first Doctor Who like hangout thing. And there always seems to be something that goes wrong, especially on like the first of things, especially like that. And at the moment, recently, there's been technical difficulty. Like I edited the reaction, made good progress on it last night. I did it today. It all sounded good to me. I upload it. I always try to edit my stuff at the same volume setting, like volume level 12 with my headphones and my laptop edit on. Same volume settings. So it should have. How it sounded on there should have sounded alright because all the other ones seemed to sound okay. I haven't had any complaints. And I watched my reaction, just clips of my reaction. It always come up that obviously when I answer comments because I've gone on the page and all that. And it was so quiet. So I'm so sorry if you didn't hear the episode. I will try and get it better for the second one, which I know nothing about. I haven't watched a trailer. I know I think they put up a next time trailer, didn't they? Because that's kind of like the thing. Well, BBC did that anyway, but it's a part American now, isn't it? Or at least American back, so they're going to do next time stuff. But I haven't watched it. Isn't it the Blue Yonder or something like that? It's something like that, but that's all I know about the next one. And I believe the third one is the one... I can't remember off the top of my head the title, but I know it's the one with the toy maker, which I'm looking forward to. Because in my opinion, by the way, there are going to be spoiler discussions because it's about the first of the special, so we are going to be talking with spoilers and stuff like that. But I think, personally, that the boss that Beep the Meep was talking about is more than likely going to be the toy maker. If it's not, that'd be freaking fantastic, having a nice little surprise, because I think we're meant to assume it's the toy maker, or those of us that know the toy maker's going to be in it, and it's Neil Patrick Harris. So maybe we're meant to assume that, and maybe it'd be awesome if it was somebody different. That'd be so cool. If it was another old villain, I wouldn't want it to be someone like the Daleks or anything like that. I love the Daleks because my classic Who reactions at the moment is a Dalek story, and obviously we've got Cyberman. I don't want it to be a classic or a villain, one of those villains that have been used. So if it's not the toy maker, I don't want it to be the Master. I want it to be I don't know any other classic villains that haven't been I'm not going to say overused, because I'll take the Daleks whenever, because I think they're awesome. It'd just be nice to have somebody different. So I don't know what other ones that are used so much. They're not overused. It's just ones that are used so much, if that makes sense. But I'm only on with my classic Who reactions on the channel. It's a story called The Chase, which is the last. I think it's the penultimate story. I think the next one's called The Time Meddler, and then that's the last story of season 2. Is The Time Meddler. So I can't even remember what episode, because I'm trying to recall stuff from the special. I can't remember what episode of the Chase I'm on, because that's the story I'm on, The Chase, and I can't even remember how many episodes are on it. But if we discuss about other possible classic villains or anything to do with the toy maker, I haven't got to the toy maker in Classic Who, so please try and avoid spoilers for that. That would be extremely nice. And in the comments as well, I'll stress that when I do the reaction to the other specials. Hello, you. Long time no see. How are you? It's been a while. I take it you've seen the special. I take it you have. I hope you have, because I don't want to say anything if you haven't. My head's kind of racing and like I'm trying to think of stuff to say, but I'm also trying to recall all the special because my memory is awful. I'm terrible with it, which is like why it's great with my Our Flag Means Death discussions now. We're just talking about random stuff with the episode. We've done it enough, I can get by. But this is specific. Snipe! Hey, guys! Oh my god! Both of you in there, that's awesome, thank you. But yeah, like, because this is for a specific episode, my head is like, I can't recall stuff, I don't know what to say. I really enjoyed it, and like, there was bits that like I didn't like at it. I watched it, I think I was like 5 minutes after it started, stuff like that. But luckily my other half was home, and he was home yesterday and today, so I was worried I was gonna have to wait several hours to watch it and just avoid every single website to avoid spoilers. But I was able to watch it pretty much on time, and damn it, I've just noticed I'm meant to have like a chat thing that comes up here. It's a freaking widget that never works. Never works. Or did I? Yeah, hang on a minute. Let me see. But I watched it. It did seem like it. I didn't know anything about Beep the Meep. So I'm just trying to see if I can find my chat overlay. Okay, I think I actually need to add it in. I think it's actually been deleted. But I should have like a chat bar, like a chat thing that comes up here. I think I deleted it off when I was doing my Our Flag Means Death chat on sorry if you can hear my keyboard, on Friday. It just didn't work, so I just got rid of it. But the thing that bugged me when I watched it at the time was the just let it go thing. At the time it bugged me, but then with people in my comments saying stuff about it and like watching other reactions, it kind of makes more sense to me, because like it, like saying like how the doctor said, like it obviously passed down to Rose, so it like split into two, so then they were able to let it go then. The one bit that still bugs me is there's like, they did such a thing about talking about how like all the like the non-binary and transgender and all that kind of representation, which is amazing, and how gender doesn't matter what gender you are and stuff like that, and just be your authentic self and all that kind of thing. It just felt a bit weird, like talking about how a male presenting Time Lord, it felt like a dig, which was, it felt weird. I think, I literally commented, replied to a comment earlier where somebody said, oh frick, I might have to go back and look for my comments in a bit, if I could find this. But it was if they'd like explained it more, or maybe Donna let it go in the third episode, if it was like a whole other episode thing instead of just letting it go in the first one, it might have worked better. But overall, I did enjoy it. Like I can understand why some other people might critique certain parts, but then obviously there are certain parts that you just like expect. Unfortunately, some people do not like, and that's okay. Some of it's okay. The dislikes, that's fair enough. And some of it you just know that like people are just going to be But I liked it. Rose was awesome. Is it Yasmin Finney? She's in Heartstopper, isn't she? She was brilliant. And what's the name of the lady in the wheelchair? I'm terrible. I say it with pretty much every reaction. I'm terrible with names. As well as my memory, I'm terrible with names. And the lady in the wheelchair was freaking brilliant. I wanted her as a companion. I'm sorry, it was an awkward line, but I think the story point itself, the story point itself kind of worked. It's just the line was a bit weird. I'm going to sit like this, because if I sit like that, I get that bit from that light there. But then if I sit too far that way, I get that light. I can't wait for the contact lenses. I don't have to worry about that anymore. But yeah, I think it was the way, it was due to Dr. Donna when she had part of him. So I think it's due to him being the first. So that's why it was non-binary. Yeah, it like watching it back and stuff like that, and it made more sense reading other people's comments. It's just sometimes my brain doesn't notice things and it gets just stuck in the moment and I'll forget things that have just happened. So it's like, reading all the comments has helped me understand it more. It was the same with like, the our flag means death stuff. Which I'm going to be careful what I'm saying, because obviously this is Doctor Who. But there were certain things from that like my head didn't quite get or I didn't like, and then people like comment and I'm like, okay, this is better. I actually kind of get it now. But I did like the binary and non-binary thing, and how like I did like how they did the gender stuff. I just think the male presenting Time Lord bit was a bit awkward, and I get now, looking at it now, I do get the letting it go thing. At the time I didn't, but it would have been better if it had been done over 3, but I do like what it was. I did like what it was. Sorry, I have had a bad cold, so like I thought it was gone. It seemed literally last like few hours it seems to come back again, so apologies if I sniff a lot. I will try and mute and stuff like that. I was so worried about it with like the last few days with my reactions. I'm just trying to get this widget back up. For God's sake, I'm trying to work it out. I'm so sorry. Okay. Apologies if it looks weird, but I did enjoy what we got. I did enjoy it. I think it would have been difficult to keep her alive with that. They would have had to come up with a good reason to stretch it out over 3 episodes. It would have been a bit difficult. You are right. It's just, I think it's like a story point that it's something that if they for a fix for it, it wouldn't satisfy. There's no way to like satisfy everybody. I think it's one of those things. The more I look at it, the more I'll enjoy it, or I'll understand it more. Because like I've already like changed my opinion like now, since other people have like said their comments and explained it and stuff like that, and seeing the other viewpoints, it has helped me. I don't think it's a cop out anymore. At the time, I thought it was a cop out, but then again, my brain had to catch up with itself, so it made more sense after a while. It was a good way. There was a bit of awkward stuff, but Russell T Davies' Doctor Who was always a bit cheesy, slightest bit of cringe, but it worked out well. So I think this episode will work well when it's got the other 2 with it as well, and it will just flow nicely. It's to me, the way they did it and the way they ended it, it's not like it's a 3 individual specials. It's more like a mini series in a way. But I would have liked to have Rose join the companions. I thought she was brilliant. I hope we get her more of her. Like, at least in the final episode. Because, like, to me, it looks like we're going to go to a different planet. Please do not tell me anything from the trailer. I do not know the title. I can't even remember the title of the next one off the top of my head. I don't know anything about it, so please do not talk about what happens in the next one. But I'm assuming it goes to another planet. I would like to think so, because it said anywhere in time and space type thing. But I would like to think we're going to get somewhere else. I think it might come back to Dr. Donna, because the TARDIS energy is very... It might do, because like that, the Metacrisis energy, when they let it go, where did it go? Where did the energy go to? Did it just dissipate and disappear? Or did it travel to the TARDIS? Did the toy maker somehow get it? Is that how we get Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor? Or did it become a different Doctor? Has David Tennant got yet another regeneration? It'd be interesting to to see where the TARDIS... And plus the TARDIS energy is very powerful, so it'd be interesting to see if there's any repercussions from it just going. Oh, right. Apologies if this looks weird. I'm just going to mute the microphone because I'll be typing for stuff like hang on. Okay. So apologies if this... Hang on a minute. For God's sake, hang on. Apologies for that. it's because I'm still getting used to this. On a different subject, I like the new interior. Never really like. I kind of liked Jodie's. It grew on me, but I love the new TARDIS interior. It's like it's retro, but it's new. But the console kind of reminds me a bit of David's. It was really, really cool. I do think it would be the Toolmaker, but like I think I said just before you came in, I would like it if it was somebody different. Like maybe, I think the way they said it, it should be somebody new, but I don't want it to be the Master. I wouldn't want it to be the Daleks or the Cybermen. I want it to be, maybe if there's another classic villain, or like the Valyard. Again, I said it, I think just before you came in, on my Classic Who reactions, I'm only on, the story is called The Chase. It's the, season 2. There's only one more story, like, I don't know how many episodes are left of season 2. So, like, I'm only there, so I don't know anything about the Valyard or anything like that. Or if it's, is it Ramona? Or somebody like that, another classic, maybe another Time Lord, but that's not the Master. Somebody different that people will know, but it's not. Again, I don't want to say overused, because I don't. To me, you can't really. I can get why other people would think the Daleks are overused, but they're the Daleks, right? Which is, I kind of like the fact that in the week going into the 60th, I'm watching stuff with the Daleks in it, because they're like the ultimate not companions, but you know what I mean. Okay. The Rani, that is the one I was trying to think of, not Ramona, although I think Ramona's a character. It's the Rani. That was kind of what people were speculating with, hang on again. Okay, so I'm just going to test. I want to see if this chat box works. It's not going to, is it? No, oh, for fuck's sake. It's so temperamental, this. Oh, I know it didn't work. I don't think I saved it. If it don't work, it don't work. I try. It's just, it's meant to be there right now. I need to go back to the horizontal one, but that one was so slow and then it just stops working. But I think the Rani is, I think because they were speculating, I can remember people were speculating that Missy was going to be the Rani. So maybe if they have the Rani come back, don't think it would be the Toymaker, seeing as why would the Toymaker need to know about the Doctor when he's been more like. That is a good point, Max. That is a good point. Like, I think maybe they're trying to make us think it's gonna be the Toymaker from the way they've done like the promotional stuff. So it'd be really cool if like something just comes out of nowhere and it's somebody different, like the Rani or something like that. Romana was a good Time Lord. She travelled as a companion for a while. Okay. I knew Romana was somebody Time Lord related. I just could not remember what, because again, I'm very, very early in Classic Who. But I think like somebody like the Rani would be good, or I don't know, like I want to say stuff like I've heard about, but I don't want spoilers for Classic Who. Like, I know they're Valyard, something to do, I think that's a version of the Doctor or something weird, but again, I don't want to say any more of that because I don't want to get spoiled. Because like, I know I'm already going to kind of get spoiled when we get to the, I'm assuming, third one, because of the Toymaker, because I'm not on the Toymaker stuff in Classic Who yet, so I know I'm going to get spoiled at some point. But luckily, with my awful, terrible memory, by the time I get to the Toymakers episodes, I'll probably forget half of this special. No, me, I forget so much stuff. It's awful. I might as well just sit here now if that chat bit's not going to work. Unfortunately, this is where I'm comfortable. I hate having a cold. Excuse me, it's just, ugh. I've been fine all day, but last few hours, no. Like yesterday I was fine as well, it's great. Well, I was fine except for the fact that Friday evening with the my Our Flag Means Death chat, literally laughing non-stop for 3 hours. So like my throat was hurting, my mouth was hurting, it was terrible. But overall I did like the special, but I'm interested to see what like the repercussions of the Meta Crisis stuff for the next one. And also obviously find out that I liked Beep the Meep. like, I watched the behind the scenes thing they put up on the YouTube channel. And, like, you saw, like, the, I cannot say it. Is it Rarth? Because the WR thing I have trouble with. The warriors that turn out to actually be nice guys with the very nice, sensible accents. I saw, like, how they were doing it on, like, these weird stilt things where they're kind of on, like, extreme tippy toes, as they said. That was really cool. Hope they keep the new TARDIS interior. Will be a letdown if they change it again just because of... I hope that... Like, I know they've got a bigger budget with the Disney stuff, which was so weird seeing Disney at the end of it. I know they got a bigger budget, but I highly doubt they'd make that humongous TARDIS interior for one episode. Because that would be extreme. I love that TARDIS. Like, I can understand, like, I would love them to keep it for Shooty, or just, like, add little bits for Shooty's one. Because, like, maybe Shooty's Doctor was meant to be this one, but then the toy maker or whoever the big boss is pulled the strings and did something, which was why we got David back. So maybe this is meant to be Shooty's interior. I hope they keep it. I really like it. Like, I like the lights and that, how it changes. Like, when this, like, it went all red, when there was some fire and stuff like that. So I do hope they keep it. I think it's a really cool interior. It's retro, but it's new. Like, it's got round things, basically. I love the round things. I really do. And, like, sorry, because I was thinking of round, I'm guessing that they'll keep the interior mostly the same. I would like to, like, maybe, like, because, like, Peter Capaldi's one was kind of like Matt's last one, but it had, like, added bookshelves and a seat and stuff like that. So, like, that was... Hopefully they'll do it kind of like that, where they'll adapt it. Did say the TARDIS would have made the coffee shop on purpose for that to happen. It probably did. It probably, like, maybe the TARDIS knows what's going to happen or something weird like that. Because it's like, I was annoyed at the time. Now look at it, it's very Donna. For her to just be like literally the action was like that. Like, she tipped it in there. It was so weird. They do, yes, Techie. They need seating. There's no seating whatsoever. Like, with the way the TARDIS moves sometimes and the way they get thrown around, like, didn't David's TARDIS have, like, those seats? Was it David's or was it Matt's? I'm scrambling to remember as much as possible, so I'm trying to think, am I remembering things right? They need some seating, so if they get thrown back, they got something soft to land on. Because, like, if they get thrown over those railings, yikes! Big trouble. I get so fucking warm in this room so quickly. Excuse me. Like, I'm going to take my gloves off. I don't like having my gloves off. I get so warm. Ugh. I've, of course, got my mug that I had in the reaction. It's like, I do have a Doctor Who mug, but it's a Matt Smith one, and I've had it in the box ever since I got it. But I thought, this is the next best thing, because, like, Michael Sheen follows him everywhere, doesn't he? Chris and David, that's it, yes. I couldn't remember. My head was like, am I, like, putting two images in my head together? Because I've done that before, where I'm searching on something, but then I've actually just mixed two memories together. But they do need something somewhere. Even if it's, like, I think they need something up on, like, around the console, and then maybe, like, a seating area down below. Like a lounging area, because there's a lot of space down on the bottom level of the console room. They could, like, have some nice seating. I can kind of, with, like, the style we've seen, or, like, Shooty's outfit, I can kind of see him having, like, a nice lounging area down on the bottom level. I think that would be pretty cool. Weeping Angel mug, yes. It's a surprisingly comfortable mug once you get used to it. But I've got two versions of this mug. This one was from a subscriber, and it's awesome. I love it. I'm so glad I haven't got a hot drink. I'll be baking hot. Oi, oi, oi. I'm trying to go through all the whole episode. Like, I wish I could make notes, but I've been trying to edit my movie reaction for Thursday, which is Doctor Who and the Daleks. I don't want to say much because obviously I want to put the reaction out, but that's weird, is all I'll say. But I kept thinking, are they actually going to... Also nice to see David have a new TARDIS interior, being the Doctor as 10 just carried on with the... He did, yeah. The budget was quite low, but it's nice for him to have his own interior. Instead of just like carrying it on, and like you said, he... Probably because of the budget. But now they could probably afford to have a different TARDIS interior for each Doctor, and that'd be amazing. Although I hope Shooty keeps this one and just adapts it. It's really nice. But it's a huge interior as well. But it is, I'm glad for David to get his own. And like even in the 50th, when we went into, obviously we went into his TARDIS interior and it was the old one back. But that made sense. So it's nice for him to have his own one. It's really nice and it is gorgeous. I love the lighting. I think it's really, really cool. I'm trying to go for everything. I was saying about like the practical, like watching the behind the scenes stuff earlier. Really cool. I love that they're doing stuff like that. I really like is it the Wrath Warriors? I miss Paul's interior. I haven't actually seen the TV movie. Eventually, in a few years, I'll probably get to it. I say a few years because if I'm going for all of Classic Who, I've got quite a way to go. I've got a long way to go if I'm going to do it the movie last. I've got a long way to go. I haven't even seen Paul's one. But the Wrath Warriors, their costume was all real. Like the whole... I haven't seen it, I know. I haven't seen the movie. I'm terrible. But I'm like... Now I haven't seen it, I want to do it in order. I do. Yeah, the bit where the Doctor was running around and that music which was playing was amazing. It was beautiful and he was so excited. I know, I'm terrible, I'm sorry. But hey, I actually remember something. Oh well, I say remember, it's literally in images. I remember something from before that. My earliest, I've said this before, because once I got accused of being I liked a certain thing that somebody else didn't. And it was a comment and they basically accused me of being a fake Doctor Who fan. And I think I replied or stated in my next thing that my earliest memory of any kind, any memory whatsoever, is the 7th Doctor in Ace. I thought it was great. Like I like some of Jodie's stuff. I liked Jodie. I can understand why people don't, and that's okay. My personal favourite modern Doctor is Peter Capaldi. I love Peter, but I've missed David's and Russell's feel to it. It felt like very comforting to have that feel back. So I can understand why people would love that era the most. I'm so glad that people like say it's like the best one in years, and I'm glad that people that didn't like Jodie's stuff or didn't like Peter's or didn't like Matt's have got who they love back, and I love that. Because like with Doctor Who, if you don't like a certain Doctor, you can just skip them, can't you? And I love that there is a Doctor for everyone. I think it's fantastic that each Doctor is kind of different. It's like, again, Jodie a lot of the time did not have the best writing. I loved Flux. I know a lot of people didn't, and that's okay. I like Jodie. Jodie's fantastic, personally. But a lot of her writing wasn't the best. I will admit that, but I thought she was fantastic for what she was given. Peter's fantastic. His speeches are incredible. Matt, I can remember when David regenerated into Matt, I tried watching Matt's first episode. I watched Matt's first episode. I didn't actually watch him again. Randomly, I think I had it on demand, like on demand, I think it's like BT's version of like Sky or whatever we had at the house. And there was like the season 7 box set or like what the first half of season 7 was on there. So I thought, you know what? Stuff it. I'll put it on. Don't know why. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So I went back and binged all his episodes. And as I was like going, oh my God, I freaking love him, he announces he's leaving. Just like, I understand I wanted to see it in order. I need to see more classic, but 8 was my first, so I always have a soft spot for him. That's absolutely fine. Tom is your Doctor. I can't wait to get to Tom. At the moment, my favourite Doctor overall is number 1. Because that is what I'm on at the moment with Classic Who, and I adore him. My favourite companion overall, favourite modern companion is Wilf. So, like, the mentions of him and the stuff with the... Oh my god, I don't know, the tears. I was surprised I wasn't bawling. But... especially because, like, obviously with Bernard. My favourite companion overall is Ian. So, like, I haven't got my reaction up to the centenary. I did record it, but my head has got a mental block on it because my laptop went down whilst I was doing it. So, like, I have got it. So, like, when I've been not mentioning my reaction a lot, or like saying what I did for the centenary. Centenary was fantastic in my eyes. When we saw Ian, I literally bawled my eyes out because, like, that came on. It was like during season 1 when I was watching season 1 of Classic Who. I was already loving him. Him and Barbara, amazing. But I saw him, I bawled my eyes out. He's now my favourite companion. Overall, he is my favourite. I adore him. So, like, if we get him again in this, I will... How old is he now? Is it like 99 or something like that? And he's 99, isn't he? William Russell. I think he recently turned 99. Which is insane. Like, if we got him in this, like, I know we got him last time. I would love for him to be in one of the specials. My one wish for, like, an unannounced character is Susan. I think Susan should be the one that's in this somewhere. I want Susan back. Sarah... I haven't got to Romana yet, and, like, I love what I've seen of Sarah Jane. Like, little bits I've seen from Sarah Jane Adventures, and also, obviously, Modern Who as well. I really like what I've seen. Like, I've probably got a few years before I get to her classic episodes, because, again, I'm towards the end of season 2. So I've got a long way to go. I've got years to go before I get to the end of it. It's like even if I just do classic Doctor Who, my channel is set for several years on reaction content, which is great. Gives me something to do, even if everything else I ever watch ends. I've got something else to do. But there is a Doctor for everyone. I love it. Like, I really do want Susan. I want Susan because, like, in my opinion, I loved her. Caroline Ford was fantastic. There was the first episode of The Edge of Destruction, like, 2-part story in season 1 was fantastic. But she wasn't written the best. She wasn't given enough. So, like, I would love for Caroline. I know she did, like, audiobooks and stuff like that. But I would love to see her be on screen again. I want Susan to come back. Did love the bit when the Doctor arrived and the music started playing with him walking around looking at everyone, like, kind of like him looking at everyone and back. I loved that. What you mean at the beginning where he comes out the TARDIS. That music was lovely and cheerful. And then he takes down you see the boxes and you're like, oh dear. I think we can guess who that is. And he takes the box down and it's like, nope. It's perfect, their humour. Like, it set the tone already that, like, it just felt like their era of Doctor Who. And I like how the Doctor felt like 10, but a little bit new. Like, he didn't have a suit on, did he? He just had a waistcoat. And it's kind of not, it was similar to his old outfit, but not. I love that scene. He's so happy to just be back. And then his face when she starts shouting Rose, he's like, what? Rose as well? What? But Yasmin, sorry, I keep wanting to say Jasmine, it's Yasmin, apologies. She was fantastic. I'm glad the dad's back. Sean Noble, I always forget Sean. But the music for the whole episode was phenomenal. Got hints of old stuff, mixed in with new and updated versions of older stuff. It was fantastic, the music. And, like, you could see the Disney budget, and it was glorious. And, like, I watched the behind the scenes, I keep saying it, I watched the behind the scenes thing, and the amount of practical effects they did was amazing. It was so cool that literally, like, there was little bits that they literally could not do, that they would just like wipe out something that would launch the Jeep into the air, that kind of thing. Or like that with Beat the Meep, it was a practical thing and a person walking it around with like a green suit on and stuff like that. But then they'd add like movements of the fur and like animation in the eyes, and that was all they did. Like Beat the Meep was practical. I'd say like 95% was practical. It's so cool. I love the fact that they got a huge budget. They could spend a lot on CGI. They went practical. And I think that sets such a good tone for whatever's coming next with Shooty and the rest of the specials as well. Basically, it's a 10th Doctor just with the experiences of the other Doctor, which came out. Yeah, so like he said, oh, I love that man, or I love her, and or love that man, I think he said, and he's like, oh, I say stuff like that now. So like he had it was like kind of tail end of Jodie, or like a little bit new. So like, the fact that it still feels so much like 10 and it's not a completely different personality, or as different as the other Doctors have been, makes it a bit more like suspicious. Like something's obviously tampered a bit because it's the same face again, but the fact that his personality is so similar really makes it quite suspicious that something has interfered somewhere to have this particular look and personality come back. Like there's the tiniest little bits that are different, but not lots. So there's definitely something has interfered somewhere. We just got to find out what, and I'm excited. I think Russell's like concocted a larger story, which is why, like I said it earlier, it's more like a mini series than 3 specials to me, and I'm kind of trying to view it as that. So like we're gonna get the full story when we've watched all 3. Kind of, I know a lot of like. Bleh, bleh. Sorry, I stumble over my words quite a lot because my brain moves faster than, or my lips move faster than my brain, something like that. But I know not a lot of people liked Flux, or not everyone liked Flux, and that's fine. And there was like people partway through, they're like, what the heck is going on? But it was kind of like structured like a book. So once you watch the whole thing, you got the whole story. I'm trying to draw the similarities. Like I think that's what these 3 specials are going to be like. We're going to see the whole story at the end, and then everything that might not have made sense in this one will make sense by the end. I hope, anyway. The bit where he started shouting because he knew he had to give Donna her memories back reminded me of the end of time and him shouting because of Wilk. Yes! And in the moment, because I watched, obviously, Good Omens, it reminded me of episode 6. I was like, I don't want to cry again. Do not make me cry. I can't. But yeah, I definitely get that similarity. Like, it was a classic 10 kind of feel. It's like, he felt really 10 and not like a 14th Doctor. I love that it was adapted. I'd heard of it. I knew it was a comic character. I didn't know the twist. So like the transition with the face was fantastic. And Miriam was brilliant as the voice. I'm not always the fan of Miriam, but that's for like watching interviews that I don't really like her sense of humor is not for me. But she was fantastic. And like I like with the behind the scenes thing, they had the 2 guys that made the comic, and they were like, oh my god, this is exactly how I pictured it in my head. So like if they like it, I like it, because like they said it's a perfect adaptation. It's like a brilliant adaptation of their story, and I think that's fantastic. I am really getting warm now. God, like this happens every time. This room is a freaking sauna, and I cannot get the radiator all the way off. I might actually put my fan on again. I end up doing this bit by bit, so apologies if you could hear a hum in the background. I'll end up taking this half in a bit. Probably take my jumper off too. Okay, but that, sorry, just knocked my microphone. Just having that fan circulate in the air always helps and stuff like. Ugh, I cannot wait. Like, I don't know anything about the next special, and I'm interested to see what happens. I haven't watched trailers. I haven't read anything. I can't even remember the actually no. Is it the Blue Yonder? Or something weird like that, isn't it? It's very weird. I don't know what is coming, but It's going to be fun having Donna back, and like, what the hell has she done to the console just by doing... It still kind of annoys me that all she did, her action was literally like that. Like, something met... It was her movement, like, it's classic Donna, and she was just like gesturing with her hand, but it's just the action was like full on like that. I know, again, classic Donna, but it also felt like maybe something made her do that. Like maybe something's controlling everything. It's weird. I might be reading too much into it. Really looking forward to next Saturday, though don't know anything about it. That's good because Russell doesn't want... I like that. Like, I like that we get hints. And the trailer I saw, because I didn't really watch much trailers. I don't want to spoil myself. It only revealed key stuff. Like, it still made you think, what is going on? Huh? Like, why is the toy maker doing that? And huh? And what? And where? Like, I like that it still made us question what the hell's going on. I like that. Sorry, because my chat box isn't working. I'm now paranoid about my alerts. There's always technology going wrong, so if somebody does like subscribe, because I luckily had several subscribers from the reaction. Apologies if I don't say anything, because I just feel like something else is not going to go right here. I reckon the toy maker made the TARDIS explode as the TARDIS was handled. Big crashes before it, and yeah, like I swear they've had stuff spilt on it. So like, I feel like something like I said earlier, pulling the strings. There's something pulling the strings. So maybe they'll play into like the toy maker being a puppet master of everything. I don't know. Because again, I don't know what the original toy maker was like. I know it's played by, is it Michael Gough? Or I don't know how to pronounce. It's Michael Gough, isn't it? The guy that played Alfred in like the Michael Keaton Batman. I know that much. I literally know that much. And I know they kind of made him, unfortunately, look a different ethnicity a bit. And they had him in different, like I think it was like Eastern outfit. And that's it. But I think I saw a picture of him just as he's about to leave. I think the last time you see him, he stood on a number on the floor. And it's literally, I think, the number 14. Which is kind of freaky. And I kind of like it. Hey, he could have done a puppet on a string. You never know, he could have. Did hear a rumour about Matt. That would be kind of cool. I'm not going to lie, because Matt would be able to pull it off. Matt would be a good master. But I think there will be a lot of people unhappy about that. Because, like, I guess it would kind of make sense. Like, the master has... Then again, the master never saw 11, did he? Or did they? Sorry, because we've had female as well. The master never saw the 11. Or that we know of, the master didn't encounter 11. So it would be interesting. Imagine if it was Matt as the master. Like, imagine that we revealed that the boss is the master, and we're like, oh god, it's the master again? Really? I like the master, but how many regenerations is the master going to have? We can't overdo it. I can't even remember how many regenerations we've had already. But if it turns out it's a recognisable face, like oh, what? Kind of thing, would be interesting. Okay, if it was the Valiard, it'd be amazing. I just thought of something. I know what's Rassilon. Like, obviously, it could be cool if it's Time Lords. But then again, I don't know how that would work. But I just thought Rassilon, because, like, thinking of familiar faces, like a big fate, like a big name or something like that, like a big name. If it's not like an old character, like a big name character, like actor or something like that. Or not big name actor, but if it was like Rassilon, I know in the audiobook, they've had loads of audiobook voices and Rassilon's had multiple faces. But I know recently in the audiobooks, Rassilon has been portrayed by Richard Armitage, and I would be so down for that happening in the show. Richard Armitage in Doctor Who? Yes, please. I would be all for it being the master literally transformed the Doctor into him to make... That is true. Hello. Butts Unplugged. That's a very interesting name. Hi. But it would make... Now you've actually made me think of it. Yeah, it kind of would actually... I loved Sacha Dhawan as the Doctor. I thought he was amazing as the Doctor. I loved his unhinged style. But after the centenary, considering the Doctor, like, kind of like... the Master took the Doctor or became the Doctor or something like that, it would kind of make... They could kind of explain it away how the Master ends up looking like the Doctor. That would be... Jesus, imagine if they made Jodie the Master. No, that would... I like Jodie. I think Jodie could pull it off. But you just know people... There'll be so many people complaining. But Matt could put... Like, I could understand... Now you've actually said that, I can see them being able to explain it. How the Master looks like the Doctor. They've got that little in if they want to go that route. Don't know if they will, but it'd be interesting. What's the woman that was in the wheel? Sorry, I'm just trying to because I'm trying to think of other bits from the Omega, Master, Black Guardian were big bad. Omega... Sorry, the music, I don't know how much you can hear of the music, but there was a bit of the music then that's kind of almost sounded TARDIS-like. It kind of... Or Doctor Who theme, it freaked me out. Omega sounds familiar. Master, obviously, I know. Black Guardian, I don't know. But again, I'm only in season 2 of Classic Who, so I've got a long way to go with, I don't want any spoilers for Classic Who too much. I know I'm getting it with the Toy Maker when that comes around, and I'll get some of it. But with my bad memory, I'll probably forget by the time I get to his episodes. Would make sense to be able to see Jodie. Yeah, Jodie was great. Obviously there were sadly some people that complained about Jodie, but then again, not everybody's gonna like every Doctor and every regeneration. You could skip a regeneration, but Jodie was good. I liked some of her episodes. I did like some of her episodes. I personally liked Flux. I thought she was fantastic in the Centenary. I always thought she was good. It's just some of her writing wasn't the best. But it would be cool. And again, it would make sense that if the... Oh, thank you, Devlinator. Devlinator, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's nice. It seems to be doing quite well. For me, that's quite a good... Well, the reaction's doing quite well. And I'm very, very happy. I was nervous about it, and I said it at the beginning before anybody came in. It's Doctor Who, so you're going to watch it. And if you... Again, like I said, if you don't like a regeneration, just skip one. Or if you don't like a particular episode, you think it's bad, don't ever have to watch it again, do you? There is a regeneration for everyone. And I love that about Doctor Who, how each Doctor's got a slightly different personality. I like it. But what was I going to say? Yeah, I said it before, I think people came in. When I was editing my reaction, I always edit my reactions with my headphones. Not these headphones, I have a different laptop that I edit on. I always have my headphones and my laptop volume set at the same level, so it should all even out. And the volume for the episode was decent for me. Or for my reaction was decent. I uploaded it to YouTube. I could not hear the episode. So I don't know if this is in for everybody else. I'm so sorry for the episode being quiet. I will hopefully next week's episode will be a bit better, but I don't know what happened there. I really don't. But then again, that laptop's playing up recently. There seems to be a lot of issues with the sound can be a bitch. So it's probably that. I have seen that. Yeah, but I'm sorry. That just makes me chuckle. I love your name. But I have seen that. Yeah, I've got ITVX subscription and they were on there. So luckily I've got those. But I think it's something to do with... Is it the person... Somebody from the production, their family, or somebody who's got the rights to it, aren't given permission. It's something like that. But I have seen. It's a sad thing. I do believe it's on... Actually, I'll be able to say... let me have a look, because I've got my ITVX subscription. And if I open... Where is... Oh, for God's sake, where is it? I I say this and ITVX starts playing up, but let me just double check for you guys. Oh, hang on. Aha. Let me just double check for Doctor Who. I do believe it's all on. It is. I'm looking right now, and the first, the whole Unearthly Child story, which is the first episodes, you can watch them on ITVX. It is a paid. You would have to. It is on ITVX. I'm looking at it right now. They're all there, or at least those 4 episodes are all there. So you will be able to. I believe the Classic Who reactions episodes are on a paid subscription. But they are there, luckily. Thankfully, they're somewhere. I don't know about, obviously on Disney Plus. I don't know what that's like. What, whether they're on there. I don't know if, is Classic Who on Disney Plus in America and everywhere else? I'm assuming so. Or it's going to be somewhere, I would think so, because it would make more sense with the whole universe thing being done. I would like to think. So I've now got to bring... Okay, it's gonna go on back to the chase. Yeah, you have them on DVD. Awesome. I don't have them on DVD. I would like to get those ones on DVD. I own 2 Classic Who DVDs. That's 2 subscribers sent me. I've got the Reign of Terror. Sorry, because my cold's coming back again. I've got the Reign of Terror, which is the last story for season 1, and I've also got, I think, the Time Meddler. I had to double check. I know it's the last story of season 2, and I'm currently on The Chase, which is the one before the last that. So I have got that, but then I've got the Blu-ray of season 2 as well. Freaking love it. I can't wait to be able to watch all the extras on it. But I'm going to put that there out of the way. But the Time Meddler, which is the next... I'm going to take this... I keep getting hot and then I keep getting cold. It's like, I can't win. Like, I would love to be able to put this down, but my hand's cold. The son of the author, yes. He said that the relicense fee that BBC offered was too low, but it also has some not great personal views and doesn't like modern Who because of that. I can probably guess the kind of thing you're on about, which is sad, but... Sadly, things like that. They are great episodes. There are some great episodes. I'm loving Classic Who. So, like, I would love to have Ian appear in the specials, because like I said, I haven't got my Centenary reaction up. I want to get it up. Even if it's been a year now, I want to get it up. I bawled my eyes out seeing Ian then. Ian's now my favourite, so I want to see Ian. But I want to see... Planet of... Is that the... That's season 1, isn't it? Is that the first appearance of the Daleks? Planet of the Daleks. Sorry, because like I'm getting like my head's getting confused because like I went Daleks, and like the story I'm watching in Classic Who is The Chase, which is Daleks. Movie reaction I'm putting out on Thursday is Doctor Who and the Daleks, of the first of the Peter Cushing movies, and then 2 weeks after I'm putting out the movie version of Dalek Invasion of Earth. So I've got a lot of Daleks on the brain right now. So my head's like, which one's which? But it's the one with from season 1, isn't it? With the oh my god, I've forgotten their names again. The Thals, isn't it? No, it's season 10. You've not heard it yet. Okay. Set up episodes. Okay. So what are those episodes called then? But yeah, I'm nowhere near season 10, obviously. But I think I know what episode you're on about. I don't think it's called Planet of the Daleks. I think it's... Isn't it just called The Daleks? That's what the first story with the Daleks is called. It's literally called The Daleks. And the first episode is called The Dead Planet. Which, great episodes. Great episodes. I'm so glad I can just open up ITVX and I've already got the tab open for it. Yeah, the second story. So it's it's literally called the Daleks. So like, I've heard they've done it. I would love to watch them because I think it'd be so cool, like seeing the colors they were like. Because I know with like the costumes they had, like they would wear colors that you wouldn't think they would be wearing, but just to get certain shades of grey from the black and white thing, or the black and white thing. Because like I saw it with the Marco Polo story, which is my favourite story so far. Obviously, I watched the condensed version with like photos, but then I listened to the audiobook, and I've seen set pictures, and I saw set pictures that were in colour, and the colours they're wearing are absolutely gorgeous. So it'd be great to see Daleks and all that in colour. I would love to watch that and see Barbara in colour. I want to see Barbara in colour. I love Barbara and Ian. I'm going off on a tangent because I think I've said it once or twice in my classic reactions. I want William Russell's son, Ian Chesterton's real life son, to be a companion or a doctor. I want his son to be in it because he's a phenomenal actor. I want William Russell's son to be in Modern Who. If we're not going to get Ian, I just want like a nod to him. Like I would love his son to be in it. I would love his son to be in it. The actual doc. It's not been said, has it? Or are you talking about obviously all the actors? My head. No, it's never been said, has it? Or it's been said, but we've never heard it. My lips are getting dry now. It's not fair. My cold's coming back. Oh, I'm so glad this is still cold. It's helping. If my throat starts getting sore, I'll have one of my throat sweets. But sometimes I was like thinking, hang on a minute, I swear we've not got the real name. But yeah, I would love William Russell's son to be in it. I think he would be a brilliant. And like, unless you know it's his son, you don't know it. But as soon as you know, they've got the same smile. The dimples are there. He looks so much like him once you know. It's kind of like Toby Stephens, the actor Toby Stephens, and Maggie Smith. Once you know that Maggie Smith is his mum, he is identical to her. It's creepy. I really do. I would love it if we get him one more time. Like if Bernard Cribbins was able to like filmed one more time and they didn't cut it out of respect. I could understand maybe if they filmed it and then obviously after Bernard passed that they cut it out. I would understand that. Thank you very much. I've got two versions of that. The original one I got from when season 1 of Good Omens was out, and that one was sent to me from a subscriber, and I love it. I love it. So like I used it in the reaction because it's like I don't have a Doctor Who one, so I'm just going to taunt David with Michael Sheen. Because Michael Sheen follows him everywhere. And I love it. I'm going to say it. I've said it before. Michael Sheen would be a fantastic Doctor. Like, wouldn't he a fan favourite to be the new Doctor before it was announced as Shooty? I really think Michael would be a perfect... Like, just the thought of Michael Sheen playing the Doctor is just like... I don't know how many seasons we're going to get of Shooty. I know they're filming season 2 for him, like his second season right now. But if we could get it as Michael Sheen afterwards, yes, please. Yes, please, Michael Sheen as the Doctor. It would be perfection. Either that, or William Russell's son, Alfred Enoch. Alfred Enoch would be a brilliant Doctor because he's a fantastic actor. And plus, it would just be a nice nod. Either that or get him as a companion. Like he could have him as Barbara and Ian's adopted son. Or something like that, because like some people might not accept him as a son, even though it's his real life son. Because I know William, I think, was in his 60s when Alfred was born. And then obviously he went on to be Dean Thomas. Did David Tennant marry the daughter of one? Yes. He married Georgia, is it Moffat? Who played Jenny, the Doctor's daughter. You know, where like his DNA was cloned and she came out blonde lady ponytail. That's David's wife. And she's also the daughter of Peter Davison, which is the 5th Doctor. I always get my numbers mixed up, apologies. But yeah, her father is Peter Davison, the 5th Doctor. And what's even more sci-fi-ish, I don't think her mum's been in classic Who, but her mum is the original Trillian from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So like that family is full on sci-fi. And then Ty and Peter were also in Good Omens, and Ty was in House of Dragon as well. So like that's an acting family through and through. And it's awesome. Like I love having like relatives of doctors and old companions come in and stuff like that. Like I know he would never, I think he said he'd never do it, but if Sean Pertwee turned up in Doctor Who, like, because people have wanted that for years, but if Sean Pertwee turned up in Doctor Who, he doesn't have to play, was it 3? Yeah, he doesn't have to play a new version of his dad. Just have him turn up. Like, imagine if Sean Pertwee turned up in one of the specials. But yeah, I really want, my main want for some of the specials is Susan. I want Susan to appear somewhere. I really think it'd be perfect if Susan was in there. I think it'd be the most perfect like thing for her to be on screen again. Because like I know she appears at some point in like one of the multi-Doctor stories. Again, please do not tell me and confirm this for me. This is just me trying to speculate. But it's been decades, and I know she's done audiobooks, but I know she was at the recent like they did the like Doctor Who night celebration, stuff like that, where like multiple people turned up and stuff like that. She was there. My favourite baddie. Oh, it's difficult to pick one. Because it all depends on the story as well. Like, obviously it's difficult to pick one. It really is. Like, obviously, I like the Daleks. Because they're so iconic. Like, my favourite Master that I've encountered so far, because I've not seen any of the classic ones. I love Missy. I loved, my God, I'm trying to recall so much stuff. The first modern one as well. I like Derek Jacobi as well. But I really like, my favourite Master, I would say, was actually Sasha Dhawan. I just loved his maniacal, unhinged feeling. But it all depends with the villains about the story that encompasses them. Because like there could be certain Master stories or certain Dalek stories. I don't know off the top of my head, but there might be ones that the story is bad and it kind of puts you off. But then you could say somebody like, you don't want to watch that certain like that story again, or that villain again, because like, oh God, they were in that story, I didn't like that one, I won't like them. But then you can, like, somebody can say, no, watch this one, you'll see how good they are. Like, Weeping Angels are fantastic. Blink was amazing, obviously. I don't think personally that we ever should have seen them move. We never should have seen the Weeping Angels move. I didn't. It's all right. It's not something that makes me go, oh God, no. I think that's absolutely awful. But I don't think we should have seen them move. I personally liked how they were used in Flux with Jodie. I personally liked that. I was okay with that. I can understand why other people don't like it, but the silence were fantastic. Yes, the silence were brilliant. Really, really creepy. Like, thought, like, that, like, how many times could the Doctor have encountered them throughout the years and then forgot about them? And then it just happens to be that time where we forget, where we just suddenly come up with an idea to keep track of them. I loved, the silence are fantastic. Like, it'd be really cool if they turn up. Because, like, obviously there's, like, been the silence, there's been the Weeping Angels, and there's been other ones like that. My Doctor Who lady. Oh, what lady? Baddie. Sorry, I read two different things at once then. But I really, again, it all depends on the story. The Weeping Angels are fantastic, though. I really do like the Weeping Angels. The Weeping Angels are fantastic, and the silence are great. I would love it if we get the silence again, and then it's like, oh my, because like, we obviously saw them all in Matt. Did we see? We saw one with Jodie, didn't we? Where she was in prison with Captain Jack, or Captain Jack was there. We've seen one, but it would be cool to get. Oh, see, I've forgotten. I don't know. But I think out of the modern ones, the newly invented for modern Who ones, I think the Angels are so iconic that like it's like people that have never watched Doctor Who know who the Angels are, because they get the thing like going, you see an angel statue in a graveyard or on the side of a building. People get the joke, or get that, oh my god, don't blink, don't stop looking at it, oh god, we're gonna die type thing. People get that joke even if they've never watched it, and I think that really makes them iconic. The silents are phenomenal, but they haven't translated outside of the show where people outside the show get that, you know? Like they might just think, oh, that's a creepy looking alien, but they don't get what they are and the fact that you're meant to forget them and things like that. But Angels are obviously they're not like Daleks. Daleks are the most iconic Doctor Who villain, or the most recognisable anyway. But they're kind of like the Daleks that people that have never watched Doctor Who, won't ever watch Doctor Who, know the Weepy Angels, and I think it's iconic. Don't Blink is a fantastic story, and the Doctor's barely in it. I think it's a phenomenal story. Wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff. So my lips will get. I really think my cold's coming back, so I'm so sorry. And with the busy weeks I've got coming up for the rest of the year, I can't afford for my cold to come back, because like I didn't barely release anything last week. And I've got so much stuff coming up. It's insane. So apologies, especially with the Doctor Who specials. I'm just going to put some lip stuff on. I really wish I could turn off that radiator, because it is getting... This room gets like a sauna. It's ridiculous. Like when we got that heat wave in September, I literally sweat. I could feel sweat running down my back. It was disgusting. I've now got to wait for this to seep in a bit, and I want my drink. Hang on, I'm going to move my drink over there. The actual... Because I've got a carton to refill. I know what I'll do. I've got a mini fridge down there. I'm not putting it in there. God damn it. I was going to put it in my mini fridge. My other half, I've got sound panels I still need to put up everywhere. No worries, Carl. Thank you so much for coming in. I hope you have a good sleep. Thank you for coming in. It's always good to see you all like commenting and that. But yeah, I've had those since before I moved in. And I moved in September 2nd. Or 1st. No, September 1st, I think. So, like, I've had them there, and I can't put them up on my own. But they're still there, and they're in front of my mini fridge, and I can't open my mini fridge, because that'll just go... So, I just better drink my drink, and then... drink the drink. I don't know. Yeah, I got so much stuff coming up on the channel. So we've got... Hang on, let me actually get the box set started. Oh god, I need to stand up anyway, stretch my legs a bit. Apologies. But this is coming up on... I'm going to work in it. It is coming out on Thursday, even if I have to stay up late. So it comes out like 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that. Doctor Who and the Daleks. It's such a cool box set with like, I've got... They are both phenomenal. I love them. I think they're great. But the extras in this are fantastic. And then 2 weeks after that, I've also got the reaction to this one coming out. And the best thing about this one, which I'm looking forward to, and I'm not at the same time because I know I will cry, it's Bernard Cribbins. Not Wilf, but Bernard Cribbins is Wilf. So he's in this too, so that is going to make me cry. And I don't want to watch it. Well, I won't say much about because obviously my reaction's coming out on Thursday, but weird. Weird is all I will say. This is... Oh, I'm so glad to have you in. It's nice. Like, this is my first one doing one of these for Doctor Who. I just thought it would be a cool thing because, like, I noticed with my Flag Means Death... Actually, Flag Means Death only did it after it finished. Like, 2 days after season 2 finished. I'm not mentioning anything because I'm not spoiling anyone because we don't even have a UK date yet. But I thought it would be a cool thing. Adventure in Time and Space, I have watched most of it. It's fine, again, finding time to do that, but I know they've changed it to Shooty at the end, and I love that. Like, changing it for the Doctor, who's Doctor, the one that's at the time, I love that, having Shooty at the end. I think it's beautiful. I think it's really cool. For God's sake, my own thought process is gone. I was saying something and my head's go, head off to work as well. It was great to hang out. We really, really do need to catch up. Yes. It was amazing. It's been far too long. We absolutely 100% do need to catch up properly. It's been far too long. But I hope you have a good rest and stuff like that. But yeah, I thought it would be a good idea to do this for each of the specials, because like when I'm recapping at the end of the episode, I don't always think of everything. And there's also sometimes my opinions change, don't they? Because like my opinion on like the just let it go thing's already changed since last night. It's already changed. So I think discussions like this, we like bouncing thoughts off other people. It helps us like develop our own thoughts and our actual full-on decisions and stuff like that. And like our thoughts on it. Because like, again, I'm not going to say anything because I'm not spoiling it. Because again, we don't have a season 2 UK air date. I watched it legally through Max. Very long-winded, get a Max subscription. But Our Flag Means Death, initial reaction, 2 days later had that, and then I had another discussion for that episode a week later. And then I've just been doing them ever since, and it's been so much fun. I never got like just pure discussion hanging out streams before I did that, and I actually quite like them. I can see what they wanted to do with the colorized Daleks, but the editing and music mix aren't right. Ooh, I'm definitely gonna try and watch it, Ben. I would like to try and watch it. Is it on iPlayer, the colorized Dalek one? You mean with the new like colorized like the Dalek, like the first Dalek story, right? I'm only asking because I've literally just mentioned the Doctor Who and the Dalek, so I just want to make sure I'm getting the right end of the stick here, because the music in that and it's weird, very weird. Some of it's all right, but some of it's just like, huh? But yeah, I like edit and sound mix don't work. Okay. But is it on ITV Player? I'm assuming not ITV Player. Sorry, I was discussing ITVX earlier because that's where the first four episodes of Classic Who are on there, or on ITVX, but they're not on iPlayer. I'm assuming the re-edit, the colorized version, is going to be on iPlayer because that's where all the Whoniverse stuff is, right? Because I know there's like little bits with old companions and stuff like that, which I'm not touching. Which is great, which is difficult because I know there's one with Vicky in it, but I know that will spoil me because one of the other companion in it is not Ian. I know it's Mel, but I know it's not Ian, so I'm not looking. I don't want to be spoiled because, like I've said before, I'm on the chase, and then we got the Time Meddler after that with the stories, and then that's season 2 done, which is insane. I've got years of Classic Who left, and it's great. Like, I'm going to be doing this for years. Even if I literally only do Classic Who on my channel, I'm set for years. So, like, if I stop everything else for whatever reason, I'm sorted. I want a sonic screwdriver. I would love a sonic. Like, Jodie's was weird. I kind of like it. I love Peter's. Obviously, I haven't got into any of the Classic Who screwdrivers yet. I've got a long way to go for that. But Matt's is great. But I love the idea of it working as a remote. My head would get so confused, though. So confused. But I bet that's pretty fun, though. Especially if like it like moves and stuff like that. I'm actually going to look up right now, so apologies. I've got to be careful with the windows I open because I've got my when I open up Firefox, which is when I'm watching something from a browser, that's what I use, Firefox. I've got like a tab for Red Dwarf, I've got a tab for What We Do in the Shadows, Classic Who, Blake 7, The Good Place. I've got a tab for each one, so then it's there when I open it up. So I just want to check. I don't need ITVX anymore though, do I? If Classic Who's on. Okay. Okay, so the Dalek, the first story is colorized and condensed into 75 minutes. So it's not even the full thing. Oh, I kind of want to watch it. Just to see what it looks like in color. But the fact they've taken the episodes, it's 4, isn't it? There's 7? How many episodes? Yeah, 7 episodes. They've taken the episodes and condensed them down into 75 minutes? That's weird. That's I would like to say it's kind of like how they condensed the Marco Polo story down into like one singular thing. But they did that with only audio and they did what they could. So there was an excuse for that. But condensing that many episodes down into 75 minutes? I can definitely get, even without looking at it, I can definitely get what you mean by the editing's not going to, considering I remember the episode, it's not going to be right. Although, even though they cut out a lot with this and it's weird, the pacing of that is actually quite good. I was going to look on the back for how long it is. I don't think I can. I'm not getting it fully out of the box. But the pacing of that was all right. So maybe I might like the pacing of that. I don't know. But I do kind of want to see it. There's loads of lost episodes. Sadly, like, I know there's a lot of lost episodes for the second Doctor. I know that much, which is sad. But, the Aztecs. I want the Aztecs. Like, I've said it before, I'm going to say it here. So obviously, we got to talk about the special some more. But my one wish, now we've got the Disney budget, it's like, I'm hoping they'll do more animated episodes, or like taking classic ones or ones that are missing that they've got the audio from, and they'll animate some more. I want them to do a full, every single episode, not condensed down, every single episode of Marco Polo, because that is my favourite story, and it would look beautiful in animation. Not the animation we've had for like Reign of Terror, because that's very weird animation, didn't always work. But with a Disney budget, I want them to do Marco Polo because it's the best story I've encountered so far. I really want them to have like old, like, classic actors to appear in it, even if it's like kind of like with William Russell appearing in An Adventure Space and Time. Unless you know that's William Russell, you don't get that that's William Russell. So it'd be cool having like some like older like classic actors appearing in it, like Vicky having a cameo, and I'm trying to think. There's nobody else, or I think Susan should be Susan. At the moment, until I've just judging it on the first of the specials, I will agree that I do prefer the 50th. I did really like this first of the specials, but I did prefer the 50th. However, the 50th was just one on its own. This one is a set of 3, and I said it earlier. I think this one, rather than seeing it as a 3 separate specials, it's more like a mini series of 3 episodes, 3 hour-long episodes. So I think the Space Beast will work better when it's got the other 2 alongside it, and it will just, the whole story will be there then. So I think once we've got the other 2 episodes, it'll just work a lot better. But that's my opinion on it anyway. I'm hoping so anyway. I hope I'm right in that fact. I hope I'm right. But there's part of me that's got a fear, like I can't help it. There'll always be a fear, because like not every episode's for me. And there have been episodes that haven't been that good in the past. So there's always going to be that doubt in my mind that they're not going to stick these episodes and they won't work well together. But I feel like there's a reason they've done 3 instead of just 1 this time, you know? I feel like they had such a big story, it had to be put over 3 episodes. Because otherwise they would have just done like a feature-length episode or something like that, wouldn't they? But like, I said it earlier, I can't remember if you were in here, but like with, again, I'll say, I know not everybody liked Flux. I personally really liked it, but I know partway through, or at the beginning, like partway through, there were people that are like on the middle episode or whatever. People were like, "What the hell's going on?" But I viewed Flux as a book. Like, it's beginning chapter, set it all up, middle of a book, what the heck is going on? End of a book. Resolution. You know, it's kind of like you got the beginning, middle and end of a book, or act 1, act 2, act 3 of a film, or stage play and stuff like that. So if we view these specials kind of like that, so you got, this one was the setup, then you got the middle act where you're like, what the hell is going on? And then you got the closing big battle final act with the toy, which I'm assuming that's where the toy maker is going to come into. So I feel like we get all 3 of them together, it will just work so much better. I think so anyway. And I would like to see, because we have the Meta Crisis stuff, just let it go, which I've said it earlier. I'm more okay with that than I was during my reaction. I feel better with that now, like other people's comments. I would like to, because that just dissipated and went. Where did that Meta Crisis energy go? And I can't wait to find out why we've got David. Why David? Why is his personality so similar to 10? Like there's tiny little bits. But that, you could say those, like where you said, oh, am I saying that kind of thing now? Is that me? But you could say that bit is like a lingering bit of Jodie, of 13. So like he's not 100% this regeneration. He's not 100% 14 yet. But 14, not just because of the face, but the personality is pretty much 10. I want to know the reason behind that. I want to know why we've got this one back. And like when we saw in the trailer at the end of the centenary, we saw Shooty say, what the hell is going on here? Sorry, my cold nose is itchy. When's that scene going to come in? Did they just put that in to say like, look, we do remember that we did announce Shooty as the Doctor first. We still know he's going to be the Doctor. When's that bit going to come into play? Did the Toy Master or whoever the actual boss is that Beat the Meat mentioned, are they holding him that regeneration somewhere? Is he like, I would say maybe he's where 13 saw all the previous regenerations and he's being held there. But then if you thinking back to when we saw what we saw in the trailer of him saying what the hell is going on here, that was a dark background. It's not the same as when Jodie's in that bit with the other Doctors. So maybe the regeneration's been controlled and like maybe the Toy Master is the puppet master pulling the strings. Or maybe it's somebody else. I do like the idea of possibly having a former Doctor play the Master. Because like we said, maybe because the last Master, Sacha Dhawan, and the Doctor did that thing in the centenary, they could use that as an in to have a former Doctor play the Master. Like Matt would be a brilliant Master. Peter would be an excellent Master as well, because he can be terrifying, as we've seen. I know these teeth. Yeah, I loved that. The woman he felt her. Sorry, I'm just trying to. I'm hoping that's just my other half dropping something. Just gonna keep a headphone off for a bit. Oh no, it's just my other half going in the other room. Apologies. But I would love the Tennant. I love the Tennant Tate team. I'm just so happy. But I think that might have been the reason why. But they've got to kind of explain it away, haven't they? They've got to kind of come up with a. Okay, yes, this is the actual reason we brought them back. But we've got to have an in-show reason. Because, like I said, the 14th Doctor is just like 10. There's no personality change. Because, like, in the 50th, the curator said, sometimes you'll find yourself visiting a few of the old favourites. He just said, that just meant face, right? Not personality as well. So I'm interested to see what that means. And I hope there is I hope they give a reason, because I will be actually annoyed if they don't give a reason why. I'm assuming they will. They will do. Because otherwise it's like, why? Because they've literally said, the Doctor has said in the episode, like he's been like wondering why he's got that face. Why has it come back? Like Donna said, to say goodbye. It's like, that better not be the reason. There better be a better reason than that. And it probably is tied into the Toymaker, because like I said, it's like a 3-act story, opening, middle, big battle at the end. So I feel like it's going to be something tied into that last episode. We'll find out then. We're not going to find out next week. We're going to find out in the 3rd special, because it's like a 3-part miniseries rather than 3 specials. That's hard. I'm going to try to go into next week thinking of it like that, so that if like I get so confused by the end of it, I'm like, okay, it's fine. I will find out what the hell is going on next week. It's a 3. I think they should have said a mini series instead of saying 3 specials. They should have called it a mini series. It would have worked better. But yeah, I am so. They fell right back into like step, didn't they? It worked brilliantly, having Tennant and Tate and Sylvia back, and also I keep forgetting his name. Sean was fantastic as well. I really love Rose. It was amazing. I would love to have her back again. I would have loved it if she'd been on the TARDIS as well. I would have loved her to join the TARDIS team. I thought she was excellent, and plus if she'd had the Method Crisis DNA in her as well, it would have kind of made sense her being on there. Sorry, my throat is actually getting sore because I do think my cold's coming back. Sorry. This is getting warm. When I get warm, my throat gets really scratchy and I cough more, so apologies if I start coughing. I need to turn my fan up, so apologies if you can hear that in the background as well. Okay, I think it's alright, but if you hear that like low humming, it's why, because this room gets like a freaking sauna. And I can't be bothered to take my jumper off. But yeah, I would like to have her come in it. I want Wilf, obviously. Hopefully, fingers crossed, like if Bernard filmed something before his passing, I can understand if they cut it out. But I would like to see him. I really want to see him because the like way they've spoken about him made me emotional. 10 is meant to be different from 14, but it is 10. The personality is pretty much exactly the same. The only difference was the bit like where he's like, ooh, do I say those kind of things now? That's the only difference. And that one you can kind of say it's like I said, a lingering bit from Jodie. So like, it should, like, even with the same face, it should be a more different personality. So there's got to be a reason, a good reason why they brought David back. Like, again, like the woman who fell to Earth said, which I love that name, love it. Like you said, they probably did bring it back because people love Catherine Tate and David Tennant together, and rightfully so, they're freaking brilliant. But they do have to have a good in-series reason for it. They really do. So I am really getting quite warm here, which is making my throat sore. So when I go to bed, I'm gonna have to have one of my throat sweets. Just got up a quick drink, excuse me. It's insane how well my reaction's doing. I've just opened up my YouTube studio app on my phone. That's crazy. For me, that's crazy viewership. It is a Jodie line, yeah. So it's like that bit can be explained away as being a lingering bit of 13, which like we know we have the little like bits catching up with 13 because he said with the psychic paper was like still catching up with things, which is kind of weird. Have we had it catch up? Like, obviously we've had the outfits be the same because like again the outfit changed, and it changed, but it's not quite 10. So like we've got 10's personality back, 10's face, but the outfit is 10-ish, but not exactly the same. Just like, why would they have 10's face, 10's personality, but not his 100% outfit? It's like somebody's like gone, okay, we know what he looks like, but I can't quite remember the outfit, so there. It kind of feels like that kind of thing. So like, it probably will be something to do with the toy maker. It probably will be. Because there's Neil Patrick Harris in Doctor Who, which is crazy. But then again, we got Jonathan Groff in the next season, and that's going to be amazing. And there's rumours about Ryan Gosling being a huge Whovian, and he wants to be in it. I would love that. I hope they manage to somehow keep that secret. it's the season. Like, I seem to be getting cold after cold after cold. But like, I would love it if somebody that it's other than the toy maker. Like, I think it probably will be the toy maker. They're probably trying to. Sorry, my watch is now running out of battery. But stuff it. My charger's downstairs. I'm not going down there for it. I think it probably will be the toy maker, but I would prefer it not to be. I want them to like pull the rug out from under us, and really, it's this person. Oh my god, no! Like the Rani. Like, I think it was Liam said earlier. Like, I was trying to think of the Rani's name, but I think I said Ramona, or Romana, who's another, I want to say Gallifreyan. But again, don't tell me, because I know I haven't got anywhere near her episodes yet, I know that much. But if it's somebody like the Rani, because I know people were guessing the Rani with Missy. So I would love it if it's the Rani or some, I know we've had Rassilon many times before, but I wouldn't mind Rassilon. Simply because in the audiobooks at the moment, Rassilon is Richard Armitage. And I would love to get Richard Armitage in Doctor Who, because it's Richard Armitage. He's freaking amazing. And I would just love to have Richard Armitage in Doctor Who, really. But yeah, it would be cool to have another like classic person come back, like the Rani, things like that. I'm getting tired now. I really am. Like, I'm loving it so far. I am on, like I said earlier, I'm on the chase, and then I've got the Time Meddler story. I don't know how many episodes are left, and then I'll be on. Then it'll obviously be season 3. I don't know what episodes are missing, stuff like that. I'll have people in my comments tell me when things are missing, stuff like that, so I know where to go watch them if they are available, but they're not on ITVX or iPlayer or whatever. But I'm loving it so far. I really am. I'm like, William Hartnell is my favourite Doctor. Out of all of them, he's my favourite Doctor. Favourite modern Doctor is Peter Capaldi. But I'm extremely excited for Ncuti. I think he's going to be fantastic. And he seems very excited to play the role, which is awesome. And plus, his wardrobe, he's getting, like, you could tell the budget's up, because Ncuti's wardrobe is incredible looking. So I'm excited for Ncuti. But yeah, I love Classic Who. I'm loving it. I love Ian. Ian is my favourite companion overall. The second favourite companion is Wilf. I love Wilf. And then Rory. I also like Graham as well. There's a lot of good companions. Again, there's a Doctor for everyone. There's a companion for everyone as well. And I love that. I love that. It's like, it's good when it's with the different like feels and eras of Doctor Who. Like, obviously, Russell T Davies first one, and then Moffat, and then Chibnall. You can skip one. No worries. You got to go get unplugged. Yes, exactly. Go unplug, have a rest. You got to go. That's absolutely fine, because I'm not feeling well. It's only 11 o'clock. I say only 11 o'clock. I literally finished just before 1 on my Flag Means Death stream on Friday evening. I was laughing and talking and laughing for 3 hours straight. My longest one of these yet. But I've really enjoyed it. No worries. Thank you so much for coming in. It's awesome. Thank you. But I think this is my shortest chat stream I've done. But it kind of fits, because it's like we're just meant to be discussing one thing. I'm not feeling 100%. Next week we might we'll probably do a longer one, because we'll be able to talk about that episode, how it relates to this one as well. So yeah, you're not going to miss much. I will probably be ending in a minute, but yeah, I think we'll be doing one next week and the week after. And now that I know that people have seemed to like this tonight, I will do it again next week, absolutely. But yeah, I think we'll be able to talk more next week, because again, we'll be able to talk about that one and how it relates to this one, how watching next week's episodes changed our opinion of this one, that kind of thing. What do we think is going to happen in the next one? How do we think David's going to regenerate into Ncuti? That kind of thing. We'll be able to start speculating more, because we'll be in the middle of it. And then, of course, we'll be able to speculate for the Christmas special, because we're getting a Christmas special. Yes. But yeah, this has been awesome. I was really nervous about doing this for Doctor Who, even though you guys seem to be liking my reaction so far. I'm really amazed. I love it. Doctor Who always seems to do okay. Modern Who, so people seem to like the Modern Who stuff, which is awesome. I will, of course, be doing all the episodes because like it's Doctor Who. Like my main thing for the channel, I usually do older shows, stuff that's underappreciated or stuff that's been off air, or at most one season left. That's what I mainly do, or that's what my target is. So like classic Doctor Who, it's Doctor Who. I'm doing Blake 7, which I'm now going to be getting this coming week. It's going to be final season of that. Red Dwarf, which is a rewatch because I grew up watching Red Dwarf, but it's been years since I've watched it, and it's Red Dwarf. It's always fun. I am doing What We Do in the Shadows, which is still technically running, but it kind of felt right. And also, I've watched the movie and I've seen the first season of it and stuff like that. Then we're doing this. I did Our Flag Means Death and Good Omens as well, because yeah, they're big, but they're also not as appreciated as they should be. And plus, Good Omens and Our Flag Means Death are my two favourite shows of all time, so there was no way I wasn't doing them. And Doctor Who, luckily, we get loads of there are a lot of reactors for Doctor Who, which is amazing. But one, it's Doctor Who, and two, it's still hopefully with Disney viewing and having it on Disney Plus in America, we'll get more people into it, which it should be because it's freaking brilliant. But yeah, like I'm doing the Doctor Who and the Daleks movie. I've recently done a movie called Dancing Through the Dark, which has got Con O'Neill, who played Izzy Hands in Our Flag Means Death. Great movie, not my usual kind of thing. But then I've got, like, as I said, Doctor Who and the Daleks, and then 2 weeks later I'm going to be doing the Dalek Invasion of Earth. Haven't got the movie for after that yet, but I'm starting to film reactions for another TV series. I mentioned it once during my Friday like live stream for Our Flag Means Death, but I'm not going to be releasing those yet. I want to get a few of those sorted because it's like an hour long, 45-minute, kind of like that length. But it's for the show Turn Washington Spies. So those will be coming out at some point. What I might do is I might start putting out the full length versions of that as and when I can on the membership tab, and then when I've got a slot, I might start actually putting them out. But I'm going to end now because I'm getting too warm in here. My throat is starting to itch again. And plus my daughter woke up at like stupid o'clock in the morning and went back to sleep, so it kind of threw me off for the day. And then in the morning, in case she does that again, God knows when I'm getting up, and also I've got to get her to school as well. And I've also got to film and edit 2 full reactions tomorrow, possibly film another. So it's going to be a very busy week. But yeah, I've really enjoyed tonight, guys. I really have. I do waffle on when I'm trying to shut down a stream because I'm shit at it. But I've really enjoyed tonight. I'm glad you guys have all enjoyed the reaction. Thank you so much, everybody who came in tonight. It's been crazy. I love it. I was so worried, but thank you so much for watching, guys. And we will be back for another one of these next week. See you again soon. Bye.